Well, there we are. We're updated. We've got your news coming up in about 15 minutes time at 8 o'clock. Now we're going to have a chat with somebody called Noah in a little while, who has been, doing covers for people online. I can't wait to speak to him. Let's hear one of his originals, I guess, first, because he's doing covers, but we want to hear one of his originals and give that a play. Hopefully send some money his way. I don't know. Good old musicians, right? So we've got Good Morning Cruel World, and this is Nova Soon.
Wake up, 'cause everything dies. Go for a joyride through the valley of the shadow, and don't look so surprised every time. Holy wonder overwhelms you. But you are alive. Good morning. Good morning. Cruel. Wake up, you're never alone. Those you have lost hover in the humming of the city, and the stones still warm after the thunder. Storm rolled over. But you are alive. Good morning. Cruel. Go where the sunrise swallows the sea eyes.
That's very beautiful, isn't it? Good Morning Cruel World. That's Nova Soon with the opening track to his debut album You Are Alive, which came out last year. Nova Soon is the alter ego of Noah de Grunwald, a Norwich-based space folk singer. He's made quite the splash on the local music scene and has been featured on BBC Introducing in Norfolk on this station, and even been played on Radio 6 Music. Now in the face of lockdown, he's taken on a brand new challenge, which is very good of him. He's taking requests requests from fans for covers and playing a brand new one every single week on his YouTube channel, which is really good fun. And he's joining us very excitingly on the phone now. A very, very good evening to you. How are you, Noah?
Hi, Anna. Yeah, I'm really well. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. Well, I say really good. It's a weird time, but I'm having a nice one for these 4 hours whilst it's nice to be let out for 4 hours to then have to go back in again, if you know what I mean.
No, I'm finding, although obviously there's a lot of awful stuff going on, I'm finding, as you just talked about, it inspires me somewhat, this radically different world in which we find ourselves, and I'm sort of enjoying it for what it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you been? Has it been quite therapeutic to I don't know, take on this challenge of doing covers?
Yeah, very much. Because I never, until about 3 weeks ago when I played my first cover request, I never really learned anyone else's songs. I think that's how a lot of people start off playing covers, but I always just got bored of that and wrote my own. But it's been really good fun to kind of have to fill an obligation to someone and to play around with an existing song. It's quite freeing. Having the structure there in place and then being able to do whatever I like with the musical aspect. So yeah, it's a lot of fun and a good break from the normal musician routine, I guess.
Have people been quite selective as what they've chosen for you to cover, knowing your style, and then picking something either poppy or I don't know. How have the requests been?
It's funny you mention that. It's kind of been the opposite. I've had a lot of requests, but I think people have chosen deliberately to counteract people's image of me as a relatively hushed, folky, melodic person. So, for instance, next week's cover was requested by a friend of mine, and it's Wannabe by the Spice Girls, which I don't know if anyone can hear any similarities between that and Good Morning Cruel World, which is just played, but...
Well, no, but I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to hear what that might sound like.
So people have gone for really strange ones. There's a Justin Timberlake request, a Tom Waits and Arctic Monkeys, a Taylor Swift. There's a lot of weird stuff which I'm really looking forward to tackling. I think personally that's a little more interesting than just having it be in a quite expected style, like a similar style to my own.
I think so too. I think that's a really nice thing to do. Have you been surprised at where they've come from? Has it mainly been a Norfolk based requests, or have people from quite a way got in touch with you?
Quite a way away, yeah. I mean, I have had a few lovely local people. In fact, a good promoter friend of mine called Simon Tall has probably been on the show, and he's asked me to cover one of his own songs. So he's a Norfolk musician who's been in touch, but there have been requests from, I believe, from Vietnam, although actually potentially from Scotland now, from someone called Gabrius Astrolabius via YouTube, which I don't know where he's requesting from. So yeah, there's some exotic, wild locations that I wouldn't have expected.
Yeah. Can I ask, in terms of like where you were, what you were doing before this pandemic came along, did you have gigs lined up? Is everything just obviously come to a halt for all of us?
Unfortunately, yes, pretty much. Yeah, I had some gigs that I was looking forward to. I just recently started performing live as a two-piece for the first time with a double bassist who I was really excited about continuing with, and I had a gig lined up in June at the Bowling House. I had a few others, Louis Marchesi and various venues, and that's unfortunate, but that they've been cancelled. But I hopefully, when everything gets back to normal, I'll be able to go out there again. But I'm enjoying the chance to just do something different, I guess. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean... Yeah, the problem is there's only so much gardening I can do and practicing of my trumpet and things. Is there anything you do like that's not music that, just completely helps you?
Wow, that's a good question. I feel like I should have it. Maybe I should take up gardening because that sounds extremely therapeutic.
It's good to get outside.
In fact, my double bassist is a gardener. That's his main gig, and he says it's fantastic. So that's two recommendations now. But no, not really. I kind of just music all the time. I've been vaguely thinking about taking this opportunity to start writing a novel, which is something that I've wanted to do for a long time, but that's still very much in its infancy and probably something I shouldn't commit to doing on the radio. So
I think you should do it, and I think Anna is a very strong name.
Oh, okay. Could I use Perrott as well, potentially?
Yeah, of course
Maybe
you can. Yeah,
one?
of course you can.
I
Take
like
it.
the name Perrott. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, I don't pronounce the T. Some people pronounce the T. I used to get Anna Perrott, Private Detective.
Oh, okay. Perrott, Private Detective. It has a ring to it.
It does. I'll leave it with you, Noah, because I think we've started something here, and I'd hate for someone to go and copy it.
Okay, yes.
We're going to play one of your covers, if that's all right. We're going to do Time After Time. Has that been one of your favourites to do?
It was the first one I got, and yeah, I have a soft spot for it because it's very, very different to the original. It's very folky, where the original was quite soft rock. So yeah, I like this one. Thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thanks so much for speaking to us, and good luck with everything. Keep in touch, won't you?
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. Yeah, enjoy your covers. That's great. Thank you so much. That's Noah de Grunwald doing his covers. And if you want to request one, then you can. Just check him out on his YouTube channel. This is Time After Time.
Lying in my bed, I hear the clock tick and think of you. Caught up in circles, confusion is nothing new. Flashback, warm night, almost left behind. Suitcase of memories, time after. Sometimes you picture me, I'm walking too far ahead. You're calling to me, I can't hear a word you said. You say, go slow, and I fall behind. The second hand unwinds. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. Time after. Picture fades and darkness has turned to grey. Watching through windows, you're wondering if I'm okay. Secrets stolen from deep inside. The drum beats out of time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I will be waiting. Time after time. Time after. Time after time.
Lovely is that? There's Nova Soon, Time After Time, doing covers Go and check him out online and enjoy some of those. That was really beautiful, wasn't it? I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. And it was really, really gorgeous, wasn't it?